Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about sleeping postures and how important it is. When you're coming in to see the chiropractor, again, it's a very common conversation we have is people tell me all the time that they have pain in the morning, whether it's neck pain or low back pain, and my answer is always it's either your mattress or it's how you're sleeping. So we're going to talk about sleeping postures today. Again, I spoke about spinal molding in a previous video. Super important that you are very mindful of the curves that you are supposed to have in your spine, particularly low back and neck curves. One of my biggest recommendations for sleeping is stay off your stomach. That is something that if you keep sleeping on your stomach, inevitably, if you're not having problems now, you are going to have problems down the road. The reason with stomach sleeping issues is because automatically you have to crank your head to the side, which is literally going to mold your spine, because remember, if you stay in that position for longer than 20 minutes, you are molding your spine into that position. Also, what you end up doing is you end up hyperextending your low back and creating more of a lordosis, and it starts jamming up the joints in the back part of your spine. So that's why when you get up in the morning and you try to get moving, you can't move properly, and it takes you a little bit to get going. And then also, if you're even shoulder checking in your car, you can't turn your head properly. It's because you've molded yourself into some funky position during the night. So super important, stay off your tummy. Best positions are either side or back. If you're going to be on your side, you need a fairly thick pillow, because what you want to do is keep your head in a nice neutral position. If you're on a flat pillow when you're laying on your side, automatically what you end up doing is cranking your head down, you jam up your shoulder, and then that's when your arms start to fall asleep during the night. It's normally an issue with your jamming down this part of your spine. So if you're going to be on your side, make sure you get to a medium firm foam pillow. And again, pillows, there are so many of them out there. They're individual to everybody. So sometimes, yes, it does take time to find the right pillow for you. Be patient, you will find it. If you're not sure, what you could do is just go to a medium firm pillow, take a towel, roll it up into a cylinder so it's about yay big, tuck it inside the pillowcase so that you've got your pillow here, you've got the towel here giving you some extra support, and see if that works for you. If it does, then you know what's working for you, and you can go out and try to find a pillow that mimics that kind of support that you're using through the night. When you're on your side, also be mindful of your legs. So quite often what people do when they're laying on their side at night is they bring their leg up and they crank it to the side. Automatically you're molding your spine and your pelvis into this rotation, and then you lay like that for a couple of hours, and then you wonder why in the morning when you try to kind of unrotate and then stand up, your back says, not going to do it. And again, it takes you a little bit to get going. Once you get going, it'll settle down. But again, you're just molding yourself into that kind of funky posture and that rotation. So in order to avoid that, what you can do is either put a pillow between your knees and keep your knees together. That's the biggest thing. And you can bring them up to about 90 degrees, 45 to 90 degrees, but you just want to make sure that you're not getting again into that big pelvic tilt, because that's going to cause problems through the low back. You want to make sure if you're going to bring your knees up that you can still maintain that curve in your low back, because that's going to support that low back as well. Back sleepers. If you're going to be on your back, you want to make sure that you don't have a really thick pillow, because again, thick pillow, you're going to be molding yourself into that forward flex posture in your neck, and that's not going to do you any favors the next day either. So if you're mostly on your back, you're going to want to get to a very flat pillow that's going to keep you back in the right position so that you're comfortable that way. So again, be very, very mindful of how you are sleeping. Be careful about those curves in your spine. You're coming to see a chiropractor. You want to make sure that you're doing everything in between to help keep everything going, because the last thing you want to do is get on your stomach. You'll be coming to see me forever. So think about how you are sleeping.